Siegel, NBC News Radio.
I did not time this very well. We're a little early. So, how about those Patriots? We got a few seconds to go before the Coffee and program will officially commence. So, it's a nice sunny day, and we have 24 degrees, so it's warming up. So that's nice.
Good morning, and welcome to Coffee and, the longest-running panel discussion show in American radio. To make a comment or ask a question to the panel, call 401-766-1240 or email coffee@woonsocketradio.com. And now, let's join the Coffee and panel.
All right, let's do that. It is officially Coffee and time now on ON Radio. It's Tuesday morning. It's December 13th. Thanks for joining us. This is Joe Callahan. Linda Tebow is here. Good morning, Linda.
Good morning.
Nice to have you here with us. And how's the frozen water in your car? Pretty good?
Yeah, wonderful.
That's what happens when you keep the bottles of water in your car overnight.
They say keep water in your car.
Well, you do.
Just in case.
Now it's ice. Just in case you need ice, you have it. Ed Carew from the Carew Investment Group. Good morning, Ed.
Good morning, Joe. Good
And
morning, Linda.
Let's get a first message from the Carew Investment Group, please, Ed.
Okay, thanks, Joe. Good morning, everyone. This is Ed Carew of the Carew Investment Group. Telephone number is 765-8880 with some simple advice about investing. The truth is, there is no simple advice about investing. The old days of financial uptrends and downtrends lasting for days, weeks, and months are long gone. Sometimes trends last for only part of a day before changing direction. And investing is not an activity for those who can't take the time to study each twist and turn it into an opportunity that it truly presents. Since 1987, I've seen them all, and I'll invest for you the same way I invest for myself. Carefully, very carefully. And it won't cost you a nickel to talk about it with me. So give me a call, Ed Carew, at 765-8880 right here in Woonsocket. Securities are offered through Bolton Global Capital, member FINRA and SIPC. Advisory services offered through Bolton Global Asset Management, a registered investment advisor.
All right, Ed, thank you very much. Comments and questions can be called in at 766-1240, 766-1240. Well, the New England Patriots played on Monday Night Football last night, and for those of you who did not stay up and haven't heard, they did win last night, 27-13. This is pretty good because they were down 13-7 at one point during the game, and so they got a lot of points there after that, so a lot of unanswered points. And it was one of the more bizarre games I have seen in quite a while because they started off playing so lousy, and especially the first quarter. But then after that, each quarter got progressively better. And for the Cardinals, who started off pretty good until their quarterback got hurt, their second, third, and fourth quarter got progressively bad. They just got worse and worse as the game went on. It's like, this is two teams going in the opposite directions. I mean, good for us.
Yeah.
Lousy for them. Their quarterback, Kyle Murray, got hurt on the third play of the game, of their. I'm like, but he didn't. You watch the play and you go, ooh, we didn't even touch him. No. And but you knew it was bad when there was a Patriot that went over and touched him to have him down, and he immediately called for their medical people.
Yeah.
I don't know if you caught that.
Yeah.
Everybody, right now.
Yeah, right now. Yeah.
There is something. Yeah. There's an issue that has happened. Maybe you heard something, or just the way he was screaming in pain. You get out here right now. Yeah. And then you knew it was bad when they put him on the cart and he put the towel over his head.
Yes.
I'm like, oh boy, he knows he's out at least for the game. Oh, but Ed, you heard he tore his ACL.
I heard ACL. Yeah.
Wow. He's done. That's done. You're just done now.
No, he's done for the season.
Absolutely.
If the tests come back, the MRIs and all that stuff. Yeah. But that's what they said last night.
Wow. So okay, tough break for the Cardinals there, and they didn't play very well. Although DeAndre Hopkins, I said, I don't know why they just don't keep throwing to this guy. What a tremendous athlete and a great football player. Yet he was the one that was running with the ball in his hand, didn't tuck it in. He's got it out to the side. I'm like, and the Patriots came along and knocked it out of his hand, picked it up. That's the one they ran back for a touchdown. Yeah. And I'm like, I even said, I go, gee, Hopkins wouldn't do that. And it turned out, ooh, that was him. I guess he would do that. I'm like, and then even the announcer said, why he's not securing the ball? Why isn't he bringing it in? I don't know. And so that was good. So Patriots moved to 7-6 on the season, We're above 500. We're actually out of the cellar. We're not in fourth place anymore. We're above the Jets, even though the Jets and the Patriots have the same record. And their playoff chances just jumped up to 26%. Well, better than 9. But if they win this coming Sunday against the Raiders, and they really can, they should jump up some more. So, and the goal is always to get to the playoffs, and then we'll see what happens. But as Linda says, does it just prolong the agony? if they make the playoffs, then what's going to happen? But they got 3 games before the playoffs start after the Raiders. Just looking ahead, and those 3 teams are much better teams than the Raiders, and it's really an uphill battle to see if they make it into the playoffs. And unfortunately, they're going to have to win them all. They're just in that position. And maybe they can get some help from somebody else, but with that 7-6 record, your best bet is we just need to keep winning and to keep going, and that's just the way it is. But looking at them in the first quarter yesterday, and I still don't have confidence when Mac Jones plays.
No.
And he threw it more, and he got some good 30-yard passes, and okay, but he's also, they're calling the play, he's handing off, and the guy he's handing off to doesn't know he's supposed to have the ball, and it drops on the ground. Of course, Mac Jones jumped on that. I go, there's too much of that. Too much of we don't know what the play is.
Yeah.
And it drives you crazy. And Troy Aikman and Joe Buck had it right last night. He had a great rookie season. And they really acknowledged that. He goes, but this year he's taken a giant step backwards. I said, you've hit it nail right in the head. That is exactly it. Yes, and I'm glad to see that the national people see it as well.
Yeah,
and it goes. We don't know what's happened this year. We don't know if it's the play calling. We don't know if it's him. We don't know if it's the players around him. Could be a combination of all 3 that has had him take a step backwards. But once again last night, Linda, I think you saw it. Ed, did you see it? He's swearing on the sidelines. He's yelling at his coaches.
Matt Patricia.
At Patricia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's he's cocky.
He is.
And he doesn't deserve to be.
Right, I saw him walking back to the huddle, turning around, go like, "Get out of here!" Screw it. Leave me alone.
Like it's not my fault. Well, yes, it is. Heavy is the head that wears the crown.
Well, that's right, and I guess he's complaining that, Chief, if this wasn't the play I would call, I would have done something else, and why can't I throw it more? And I've got all this talent, and
he doesn't have that experience to know what he should or shouldn't do.
Well, that's right. But it's a win.
Yeah, right.
I know it was a win.
And we'll take a win, and actually they got better, like I said.
And I missed that.
Especially the second half.
I went to bed because after the first half, I said,
And the defense looked fantastic.
The defense won the game for them.
Again,
no doubt.
It's that the ones they win, it is the defense.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's the scary part.
But and it happened twice yesterday. You figure if this happens once, okay, we made a mistake. They make a mistake, but twice, 2 people lined up on Arizona's side to block Judon, and they didn't. They just ran in a different direction. He ran straight in at the quarterback, sacked him twice. And you figure, okay, once is a mistake. Okay, from now on, someone stands in front of Judon every single play.
He's so good at that.
I know, but then they ran another play,
and he's so obvious with his red sleeves.
I know, you can't miss it. Which was Judon. But they ran another play at another time, and the defenders just ran away from him to go do something else, and he ran right in.
No,
and Uche played great too. Another defender for Uche.
Uche, yeah.
Uche. Another one, and Marcus Jones played great on offense, and there was another guy, new. He had to come in for the running back that went out hurt.
Strong.
No. I thought it was
another guy started with.
Another rookie had a couple of good runs.
Yeah, I thought
Wasn't it a
there were
rookie
2 of those.
that's good? The goal. The
touchdown.
I'm playing hockey now. The touchdown.
Yeah.
The goalie was good,
Yeah.
The goalie was really good.
Didn't let any points score.
All right. So good win last night for the Patriots. They got stronger and stronger. So they're going to stay out west They're going to play Vegas on Saturday, so they're going to stay in the nice warm weather out that way. They don't have to worry about any of the snow and the cold, and they'll take on.
And travel time, they won't get to
Yes, they'll take on Josh McDaniel and the Raiders coming Sunday. And that game will not be late at night, thank goodness. We can catch it at 4 o'clock here on the East Coast. I want to bring this up because it's an ongoing story. And it just keeps it just keeps snowballing. And it started a couple of months ago when they announced, Bruce Springsteen tickets went on sale, and tickets are a gazillion dollars. And then Taylor Swift tickets went on sale, and tickets are a gazillion dollars. And Metallica tickets went on sale, and those are not quite a gazillion. They're in the $1 million range, but still pretty high. Yesterday, I saw Billy Joel and Stevie Nicks are coming. And if you want seats on the floor there at Gillette Stadium out on the grass, $2,700
Oh my!
for one ticket. If you want to sit up way up high,
No,
not that you want to sit up there,
Yeah,
but those are $300.
in the nosebleed.
In the farthest away, highest seats up, $300. And I'm like, I don't know where this is going to end or how this is going to end. Because if you're the performer, you're like, hey, I got to get out there right now.
Yeah.
Because look at where ticket prices are going. I'm gonna make a lot of money, and so the time is to get out there right now. And but they say, well, and Ticketmaster keeps saying, as they defend themselves, you know what they keep saying?
No, what do they keep saying?
They keep saying that the market, the market will bear this amount of money, but they're right.
Well, as long as people keep buying
People
them,
are going to
they're
keep buying them.
they're
There's going to be 60,000 people there for all of those shows.
Into
So some-
inflation.
Yes, and so they're just going to sit back and go, well, people are buying it.
Yeah.
Ticketmaster announced this morning that they're starting to reallocate some Taylor Swift tickets
I heard that.
by invitation. So they'll send you, if you're on this list,
Yeah.
they're
the
going to
special
send
list.
you. Yeah, they're going to send you an invitation to buy some tickets, but only so many at the time, so that they don't get swamped like they did the last time.
So they're saying that I thought tickets were sold out at Gillette Stadium.
No, they crashed the system. Let's be
Oh,
honest.
okay. So there's still tickets to be had.
Yeah.
All right.
They crashed the system.
All right. So if you're on the, I love that. If you're on the special list,
Elite.
you're on the elite,
The elite
group.
list.
Okay. So you might run into the same thing, for Billy Joel and Stevie Nicks tickets. Not that I wanted to go, but I know somebody that would like to go.
So you get a chance to get your Taylor Swift tickets again.
Oh, goody. My daughter doesn't want to go. I'm like, I really don't want to go. Because, I was saying to Dave, and some people say, she's got a lot of talent. And I'm like, I'm just not a huge fan. I'm sure she does. But she's also part of a group of entertainers that, and unfortunately, they're mostly women, that come out and they're going to sing. But behind them, they have anywhere between 10 and 20 dancers. Please don't pay attention to me singing. Please pay attention to them, because maybe I'm not as good as you think I am. And the band back there too. So pay attention to them, but not too much to me. I'm just going to be off over on the side, and I'm just, every third song I got to go and change outfits and that kind of thing.
Well,
I'm
they
like,
like to change their outfits and look good and sexy, But the Jacksons did it. They always had dances behind them too. Michael Jackson always had dances behind
and
him.
that's right,
I mean,
and that's why I'm
so
thinking
that's
you're not
not
as
just now,
maybe
yeah.
not as talented as you think you are, because you need to be distracted by what I'm doing, by what they're doing. That's just a theory. When you Ed, you told me, you say the last concert you went to go see was down at Twin River. You went to go see ZZ Top.
Yeah.
How many girls up on stage dancing?
None.
None.
Yeah,
Is
but when you go
right.
see ZZ Top, you're going to see ZZ Top.
Well, that's right.
It's different.
Yeah.
Yeah. But if I want to go see Taylor Swift, I'm there to see her.
Yeah, but she is
not
also
who's dancing behind her.
But she's also a dancer. She also participates in the dancing.
Yeah.
That with the group. Yeah. So the music is different.
Is it secondary?
Well, I'm not going to say it's secondary. I'm just saying that the style of a live show has progressed or maybe regressed. I don't know how you look at it, but it's so different than it was 10 years ago. Not really, but 20, 25 years ago and further, where you went to see a group. You went to see a group performance. Now you're going to see a production.
Right.
So, you know.
And I think it's, and you know, when that probably started happening, you know, you used to be able to buy an album and it was audio.
Uh-huh.
But then all of a sudden they started doing all the video things, and that took off.
Yeah.
And I mean, they even have those Grammys for that, you know.
Oh, yeah.
So it's a production.
Yeah,
It is
yeah.
a production. Yeah.
But you could say it, though, if you like this kind of thing. You know, this goes back 40 years ago. The group Kiss. Their whole show was a huge production. And maybe they were trying to distract you as well from what, you know, maybe they weren't as good at players as you thought they were, or good singing, because they always tried to distract you with a lot of fire and a lot of things exploding. But they always say that, well, that was just, you know, part of the show.
Yeah.
And their makeup and their outfits and things like that. I always remember John Mellencamp had an interview one time, and they talked about I wish I could remember what singer he was talking about. It was a big MTV type of performer, and they were talking about he was listening to their interview, and they were asking that performer about their upcoming tour. And they said, "Oh yeah, the show's great. I change outfits 20 times or 50 times or something like that." And John Mellencamp says, "I don't think I've owned 50 outfits in my lifetime."
Yeah.
And it's all about the costume. It's all about, you know, change.
Yeah, and I think I come from a time when if I want to hear a singer, I want to hear a singer, and even like, you know, if you look at even some of the choirs, everything they wear is very subdued because it's all about the voices. It's all about the voices.
Yeah, the songs.
And now they have those fancy mics that makes everybody sound good anyways. You know?
Yeah.
And, don't they? I mean, I don't know the technology of it all, but I do know they make
It makes you sound on key.
really nice.
That's what Cher uses a lot.
Yeah, a lot.
Oh, really?
You know?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I didn't know
yeah,
that.
Definitely.
She's another one that changes outfits quite
No,
often.
but you know, so it's not about this.
Yeah.
It's not about what they're singing or the words or anything like that. It's about the whole production.
All right.
You know,
You know, and you got to realize another thing too is that going back, take an example like when I used to play,
Yeah.
you didn't have the stuff that they're doing today didn't exist.
Right.
You know, you were up there with your guitar and drums and a
your
keyboard and your talent, and that was it.
Right.
There was nothing else. Now there's all these other things. You know, you mentioned the fire and the flamethrowers and this and this stuff didn't exist when I played.
Right.
You know, and one of the reasons we got the gig to play with Eric Burden and the Animals at the Albee Theater in Providence was because we played mostly Beach Boys music.
Right.
And there was a DJ on WPRO. We were playing at Roads on the Patuxent for a car show or something.
Yeah.
And he heard us, and he was you
He recommended
remember
you?
him? You remember Joe Thomas?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, he heard us and says, "You guys sound more like the Beach Boys than the Beach Boys do live." You know, because we didn't have all the fancy studio equipment.
Right.
And when they were playing live, they didn't have all the fancy studio
So they
equipment.
didn't sound like themselves.
Right, exactly. So that's how we got to play with Eric Burden and the Animals.
Wow.
You know, so you were you. There was,
Yeah.
you know, it's not like, oh, look at all this stuff going on in the background. Look at the flames. Look at this. Look at that.
Look at
I mean, you
us.
barely had. Just what was coming out was not what we used to call the fuzz tone, the distortion box.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
you're like the first time you heard it was probably in the Rolling Stones in Satisfaction.
Mm-hmm.
You know. So that's a big part of it too. They're making a production where 30 years ago you couldn't make a production.
Yeah.
All right. We're going to take a break, but I did want to mention one more thing. Because I mentioned to Ed about ZZ Top. It was announced yesterday, big tour this coming summer, Ed.
Yeah.
Did you see it?
I did.
ZZ Top and Leonard Skinner
Really?
together. And they're not
That
coming
would be
around
good.
here.
That would be a good concert.
And I was looking at this, I was like, oh yeah, that'll come to Mansfield. That'll come to the Xfinity Center. It's not listed there. They got a New Jersey show and they got a show up in Saratoga Springs, New York, but nothing in New England. I'm like, so things may change though. But that would be fun.
Might add dates.
And they may add dates, but that'll be a real And I always, when I look at the lineup of shows that come to Mansfield, I always look for the ones of the pickup show crowd that's coming in. That would be them, them and the motorcycles would show up for this one. All right, time for a break here on Coffee and. So Ed, time for a second message from the Carew Investment Group.
Okay, thanks again, Joe. Good morning again, everyone. Ed Carew here of the Carew Investment Group, 68 Cumberland Street in Woonsocket. Are you retired or retiring soon? Well, that's great. Congratulations. You may be retiring, but your money can't afford to retire. I'm Ed Carew of the Carew Investment Group at 68 Cumberland Street in Woonsocket. At the Carew Investment Group, we offer personal investment management of client money, especially from the proceeds of their 401k distribution after they leave the workforce. So to find out more about our services and for professional management of your investments, call me, Ed Carew, or you can call my son, Paul Carew, at 765-8880. Securities are offered through Bolton Global Capital, member FINRA and SIPC. Advisory services offered through Bolton Global Asset Management, a registered investment advisor.
Thanks, Ed. Comments and questions can be called in 766-1240.
Did you know you can shop local this holiday season?
And ski and ride free till December 24th.
Shop at Mountainside Ski and Ride at Wachusett Mountain.
Spend $100 or more and get a free lift ticket good through Christmas Eve.
Located in the Wachusett Beach Lodge, Mountainside guarantees lowest prices.
Check us out on the web at wachusett.com.
What does it mean to be owned by your customers? It means we don't answer to a headquarters in New York or a board of directors in Switzerland. It means we answer to a teacher in Woonsocket, a small business owner in Greenville, a contractor in Warwick. Our customers are our owners. Our owners are our customers. Come join us. Navigate Credit Union.
The Coffee and Panel is enjoying coffee from Down East Coffee in Pawtucket. They're a 62-year-old family business that roasts all its coffee right here in Rhode Island. Founded originally as Excellent Coffee Company, they provide great coffee to food service establishments throughout New England.
It's been a long time. Too long.
Still cruising after all of these years.
Let's bring back the fun we enjoyed playing our favorite tunes every Saturday. Hey, it's Bruce Palmer, and I'm coming to ON Radio every Saturday from 4 to 7 p.m. I'll open the phone lines and spend time taking your requests of the best tunes ever. It's the Cruisin' Bruce Saturday Block Party, beginning December 17th at 4 p.m., exclusively on 1240 a.m. and 99.5 ON Radio.
All right, it is Coffee and here on ON Radio. Joe Callahan here with Ed Carew and Linda Tebow. One more thing about football, Linda. I don't know if you're aware of this. Now the Patriots are 7-6 with their win last night. They're in third place in the AFC East. All right, Jets are in fourth place at 7-6. The NFC South, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and our boy Tom Brady.
I know.
They're in first place with a record of 6-7. Every team in the NFC South is under 500.
Did you see the last game? Ooh.
Oh, yeah, look bad.
My,
Yeah, they did not do good against the 49ers.
He didn't look real pretty, did he?
No,
No.
he did not look pretty.
Purdy did look pretty.
Yeah. Yeah.
And he asked for 100 tickets for family and friends to come watch him
that
play,
was
and he was
yikes.
awful.
Yikes.
Team
I
was awful.
Shocked. I was shocked.
So yeah,
Y'all
the Bucks
can go home now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the Buccaneers are 6-7. And then there's the Panthers and the Falcons. They're both 5-8. And then there's the Saints. They're 4-9. That's the NFC South. And I think each team at the top of their division gets in. So the Buccaneers are going to the playoffs with an under 500 record. I mean, that may turn around and they may make them over 500. But I found it amusing that the whole division is lousy.
I was going to say, is it the warm weather or what is it?
I don't know. I don't know what's going on down there. All right, and other things going on, Ed.
Yes.
Does the name Sam Bankman-Fried
Of course.
ring a bell?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
FTX.
Yes.
FTX,
Yes.
our cryptocurrency guy, was arrested
Listen to Ed.
arrested in the Bahamas. How about that?
Yeah.
Now, will he be extradited back to the U.S.?
They're working on it.
They're probably going
They
to.
work.
Yeah.
They said they would. Yeah.
He was supposed to speak today.
Yeah.
Sam was supposed to speak?
To Congress.
Yeah.
He was.
Really?
Yeah.
But he ran to the Bahamas instead?
No, he's been in the Bahamas.
Okay. But then why did they arrest him?
Fraud.
Okay.
Stealing.
But you said he was
you know-
you said he was supposed to speak to Congress?
Yeah, he said that he voluntarily said he would come and speak to Congress.
Oh,
They
okay.
wanted to
Ask him questions?
Yeah, ask him questions about that stuff.
All right. I thought it was funny that he was arrested.
It's funny that he was arrested the night before he's going to speak to Congress.
Yeah, that's interesting, isn't it? I guess he's not going to speak then today.
No, he's not.
Okay. Because is he still in the Bahamas? I don't know how this.
Yeah, he's
all
still in the
this
Bahamas
works.
now. They haven't extradited him yet.
Okay, so
But Congress is still going to hold a hearing, but he won't be there.
so what are they going to
I
do?
don't know.
They'll investigate.
Ooh, okay. We did get a note that was called in 766-1240. Just on the past discussion about the concert and ticket prices. Ticket prices are outrageous. Yes, they do, and the music is worse. Is the worst or getting worse. Not a Taylor Swift fan, I think. So, because Billy Joel's still good, Stevie Nicks is still good, Bruce is still good. Metallica, well, you have to like that kind of music to. In the heavy metal crowd, they're still considered very good.
Yeah.
If you like that kind of stuff, a lot of people. I think I asked my brother one time. He went to go see AC/DC in concert, and now those guys bring out cannons for some of their songs. Yeah. And I said, could you understand any of what they were saying? It was just all loud. And he said, if you could pick up the song within like name that tune, you had 5 seconds to grasp what the song was. Then you were all set. But if you didn't within 5 seconds, it was a song you never heard. He goes, forget it. And the next 5 minutes was just noise. But the songs he knew he liked. But the other stuff is just, geez,
I love AC/DC.
This is just loud.
AC/DC's good. Or at least Angus is good.
He is just fun to watch.
Yeah.
He's the lead
Hopping
guitarist.
along.
I've never seen someone with so much energy.
Yeah.
As this guy. All he wears is shorts on stage, and he runs around for the whole show. I mean, he's sweating like crazy afterwards. I was like, and he's not young anymore.
No, none of them are.
These guys are in their 60s.
Sure.
I'm like, wow.
He's Thunderstruck.
Thunderstruck, yeah. There's a video out there. You ever see Thunderstruck played with two guys on the cello?
No.
Look that up on Facebook sometime. They play it on the cello. All right, so something happened yesterday in Providence, and it drives me crazy. I can see both sides of the story. Schools got to keep schools safe, and I get it. Schools have got to keep schools safe, but there's just no room for common sense anymore. It's just it's everything is just so black and white. And what I'm getting at is, do I have the right school? Yep. Times Squared Academy is a school on Fillmore Street in Providence. A kindergarten student, I think they're 5 or 6. Kindergarten student brought an airsoft gun to the school on Monday. It's a toy.
Mm-hmm.
It's a toy.
It is. Yeah, I've seen them. Yeah.
All right. But now, because of the no tolerance, or whatever they call it now, zero tolerance. There we go. I like no tolerance better.
Okay.
All right, the zero tolerance.
Okay.
The police had to be called. All right. So the police responded to the school because the student showed the item to others. Hey, look what I have in my backpack. I brought a toy to school today. But it's a toy gun. The school says they're now handling the matter internally. So I guess the good thing is the child was not arrested for bringing a gun to school. So maybe they did use some common sense, and now they'll just sit down. We know it's a toy. We know you're just trying to have fun. But in other cases, the schools just say, nope, it's a gun, and we have to follow our policy. And here are the police that want to take you away. And it's sad. What's that?
5 years old.
He's in kindergarten, and now they did have Providence had another issue last month. Del Sesto Middle School in Providence was locked down because someone brought a BB gun on campus. That's a middle school, yeah. They're a little older. BB guns, yeah, it's still a toy, but can cause some damage. If you get hit in the wrong place, it can put an eye out. So those should not be brought to school because they really could be used as a weapon. But if it's clearly a toy, I don't think the police need to be called. I don't think this should be a story that we know about. It should all be. It all should have been handled internally. Any thoughts?
I've seen those. I mean, my grandson had one when he was, a young guy, and it's a toy. It's a toy. But I mean, right now, I remember in the old days, people got holsters and guns for Christmas. The cowboys.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
know.
and they were toys.
They were toys.
Yeah.
They were toys. But I know right now everybody frowns upon anything that looks or resembles a toy. And I didn't even think kids could bring their toys to school. Any kind of toys to school.
Well, I'm sure it's.
It's probably not supposed to.
Yeah, it's probably looked down on.
Yeah.
Keep for other reasons. What if it gets stolen?
Well, a lot of
we can't be
reasons.
responsible
Yeah,
for that.
yeah.
So yeah, keep your
Yeah.
personal stuff
Yeah.
at home, unless you can, really keep an eye on it.
Right.
But you said it right, Linda. It's in the handbooks. I don't know the last time you read the handbook of a school,
Yeah, no.
but they actually say, no guns, no replications of
Right,
guns,
so, yeah.
nothing that resembles.
Right. Okay.
And the word resembles
Yeah.
is the right word. Resembles a weapon of any kind. So no knives, no spears.
Right.
No machetes.
The Boy Scout jackknife.
No jackknives.
And
No.
and that's when they say no, zero tolerance.
Yeah.
That's what they mean. That's anything that resembles one. you
Yeah.
know?
And
So,
it got to the point where if you're wearing a necklace and the pendant is in the shape of like a star, well, if it's too big and too pointy,
oh, okay, yeah.
now it resembles a
yeah.
weapon. You could
Yeah,
you could throw it at somebody, and now it's a
Yeah.
weapon, and
Yeah.
now you
Yeah.
can't wear it.
Yeah.
But I hate seeing the stories about the 5-year-old brought a gun
Yeah.
to school. Is it a real gun? No.
No.
And I've seen one where they brought this was years ago. A young child, elementary school, brought the little army men
Yeah.
as those toys to school.
Yeah.
Well, they carry guns.
They do. They get upset about that.
Oh yeah, they get
That's just-
suspended.
Really?
You've brought in a replication of a gun to school, and now it's
I think
it's the end of the world.
I think I remember that story.
I'm not sure if that was in Rhode Island or not. I thought it was.
It's not a weapon, though. It's a toy. It's a
That-
little plastic
now we're
can.
back. Now we're back to
Zero tolerance.
zero tolerance. And can't you use any common sense? It's obviously a
Yeah,
toy.
yeah.
And can you shoot this gun?
Yeah.
The airsoft you can actually shoot.
yeah,
But
you
the
can.
little green army guy, can you shoot this?
Yeah.
No.
No.
Then it's really not a gun, is
No,
it?
it's not a
Well,
gun. Yeah.
that's just the way I see it. So, all right, we're moving on, and time for a look at the weather forecast. And today's weather forecast being brought to you by Splash See Safely.
Sunny skies today with a high of 39 degrees and a breeze from the northwest. Tonight, mostly clear, overnight low of 20. Wednesday's weather, sunshine and 35. Thursday, mostly cloudy with a high of 41. Thursday night, rain comes in mainly after midnight. Looks like it's going to stay rain. Friday, 100% chance of more rain, high of 45 with an easterly wind gusting to 24 miles per hour. Friday night, the rain starts to wind down, and on Saturday, mostly sunny skies with a high near 41. Sunday, mostly sunny and 38. Next Monday, sunshine and 39.
Currently outside the Navigant Credit Union broadcast studio at the corner of Park Avenue and Kennedy Street with sunny skies, we have 29 degrees. Clear your way this winter with Splash Premium Windshield Washer Fluid. It melts frost and ice like that. Find Splash Weather Repel at Walmart.
Some people think shopping the internet will save them time, but they're often amazed at how much time is wasted trying to locate what they're looking for. If you want to avoid wasting your valuable time, just do this. Before you get on the net, get on the phone and call one or two of your local merchants. If they don't have what you're looking for themselves, chances are they'll help you find it a whole lot faster. And they're glad to help because they're your neighbors and they appreciate your loyalty. This holiday season, please, whenever possible, patronize your hometown merchants. And keep your dollars working right here at home.
One of our great hometown merchants is Missy's Family Restaurant, 801 Clinton Street, Woonsocket.
For an Allstate agent, providing protection options that fit your life is something they take, well, personally. Allstate agents are committed to learning about your needs and helping customize protection to meet them. From bundling your home and auto insurance with ease to evaluating optional coverage, your Allstate agent can help build an insurance proposal that fits your life. And just as important as learning what you need is learning what you don't. Because helping you get coverage you want with savings you deserve is what Allstate is all about. It's time to get coverage that's catered to you. Are you in good hands? Call Kara and Celeste Benjamin at the Benjamin Agency. One agency, 2 locations in North Smithfield and Bellingham. One telephone number, 765-5000. Subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Allstate Fire and Casualty Insurance Company and Allstate Property and Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois. Hi, everybody. This is Dave Richards. Among the items we'll put up for bid on the Tuesday Milk Fund Radio Auction are an estate collectible doll collection, a large nutcracker, a ceramic golf pencil cup, a Toastmaster 2-slice toaster, and a glass cutting board, plus gift cards from Mount Wachusett Ski Resort, KFC, the Beef Barn, California Taco Shop, Dunkin', Burger King, and Executive Auto Wash. So join me, Joe Callahan, and our special guest auctioneers, Kathy Orovitz, Gary Furtado, and Tim Draper of Navigant Credit Union for all the fun on the Tuesday Milk Fund Radio Auction from 4 to 5 here and only on ON Radio.
ON Radio.
All right, it's Coffee Ann here on ON Radio. Thanks for joining us. This is Joe Callahan here with Ed Carew and Linda Tebow. And Linda was just telling us, aging well today. You got the kids coming down.
Yes,
for a Christmas party.
First graders for a Christmas party.
Where they? From what school?
From Harris School.
Yeah.
And their teacher, Stephanie Roberts, she's been bringing them down for lots of events that we've had.
Mm-hmm.
I think 6-7 years, and she's retiring.
Oh, okay.
This is her last. Actually, she retired Friday. But 32 years of teaching.
Oh, so she's retiring halfway through the school year? She's not going to finish out the...
Well, her husband's retiring, and she's retiring.
Oh, okay.
as
Well, good for
after
her.
32 years, yeah.
Wow.
She's excellent teacher. So she's been a good friend of ours. But it'll be fun. We have Santa Claus coming. We have gifts.
And Mrs. Claus, too?
Mrs. Claus, too.
All right.
And cheeseburgers and lots of gifts for the kids.
Oh, they're going to love it.
Yeah, they'll have fun. They always come down, and she always makes sure they bring a gift for everybody, though. They make something. They make something.
To give to the
seniors
out of
everybody
that.
there, yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
the seniors must love seeing that.
They do.
All the little crafty things that the
so
kids
they'll be there
make.
for lunch, yeah. And they always come up with a nice gift for everyone. So,
Yeah?
yeah.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
So when's that happening and what time today?
Today,
Well,
10:30.
10:30?
They're coming down. So if you watch, they'll be walking down from Harris School.
So just be careful because we don't know about the sidewalks, right?
Yeah, I hope they can walk down.
All right. Well, CVS, Walgreens, back in the news.
Yeah.
What they do now?
They had to pay.
They paid.
They've agreed to pay a combined $10.7 billion. That's with a B.
Yeah.
$billion in a settlement over allegations they failed to adequately oversee opioid painkiller prescriptions.
Okay.
I always,
Yes, Linda?
the doctor writes the prescription. They just fill it.
Yeah, see, I don't
Yeah.
understand it because
Yeah.
it wasn't part of the whole lawsuit thing. So
Well, no,
I don't know
I
how
mean,
they're in trouble and the doctors aren't.
Well, yeah, yeah.
Is it up to the pharmacist to say, "Gee, I've been giving Ed Carew a lot of opioids"?
That's not true.
Every
If anybody out there listening,
No,
that's not
it's
true.
not
Well, I'm
true.
the-
It's not true.
a
No,
little
but-
role
but-
playing. If I'm the pharmacist, that I'm not. But gee, I'm giving this guy Ed 30 pills every 30 days,
Yeah.
and I've been doing it now for 8 months. Is it now my responsibility to get a hold of Ed's doctor to say,
Well-
"Hey, this is too much"?
And I have to tell you, though, not so much now, but like when I was still in the hospital setting and, before, people would be with chronic diseases like arthritis.
Mm-hmm.
They were giving them opioids, and so that drug was never meant for that. It's meant for an acute pain because you will get addicted to it along the way. But it's the doctor writes. But many times the pharmacist should be looking at things. They are. They don't just put the pills in the bottles. That's why they have a doctorate. It's not just the technicians put the pills in the bottles, pharmacy techs, but the pharmacists, at least the younger ones that we work with now, are supposed to be looking at all of them. Because so many, especially seniors, have polypharmacy, and they have. Thank you. Polypharmacy. And so, there might be a lot of meds. They have different doctors. And so they might have some meds that counteract the other.
Right.
So, so they should be looking. But I'm not that convinced that, but I'm not a lawyer and we don't know all the details. But it's the doctors write the scripts.
Right. Any thoughts on that,
And they
Ed?
fill them.
Not really. I know what you're saying about they may have multiple doctors, but at least with me, my primary care physician, and I don't have to see him to see someone else.
Right.
He has a record of everybody that I see, because I always tell whoever I'm going to see.
right,
And
exactly.
sometimes if you go to a specialist, he may say, "Who's your primary care physician?"
Yeah.
they
And they'll
always
send
want
him
to
a
know.
copy, so
Exactly.
he knows everything that I take and from where, and he knows who my ophthalmologist is, and he's got all that. And
Well, and they should, and that's why too. When I work with people and talk to them about their medications, make sure that when you go from this doctor to that doctor, that they all know.
Yeah.
Bring your meds with you so that everybody knows everything, and including supplements, by the way.
yeah, oh yeah, he
Yeah,
always
over the
asks
counter.
about that.
Supplements,
Yeah.
because that can really cause some
Yeah,
problems.
every time I go,
Yeah.
they give me a list. This is what you take. This is what you've been taking.
Yeah.
Is there anything that's
Yeah.
changed?
Are you still taking it?
Yeah, right.
And-
And when I go see my ophthalmologist, he pretty much says the same thing. Are
Right.
you still taking this,
Right.
and this? So they're trying to coordinate what they're doing. But I think the one place where I think there might be a breakdown, and I'm not sure about this, is that when the doctor calls in, faxes in, emails in, however method they use to get your script to a pharmacy, they usually do it for like 5 or 6 months, 5 or 6 refills. And then when your refills run out, the pharmacy generally contacts the doctor
Yes.
or the doctor's office. Now, does the doctor's office respond automatically? Like, it's like, oh yeah, just give it to them? Or do they actually speak to the doctor and say, should we renew this pharmacy? I tend to think they don't do that.
I don't think
Many
they. I don't
times.
think
You
they
know?
speak to each other.
No, many times they're not talking to the doctors. When I worked at Thunder Mist, we were very careful of making sure, especially if somebody was on an opioid, that they weren't sharing it with anybody, so they weren't asking for a refill before it was due. We were also, because what some people do is they'll go to different pharmacies. So, if you check, CVS but then they'll go to all, so they'll go to different pharmacies. So that there are many ways that people can abuse those drugs, and so.
Now, part of the $2.7 billion settlement, both companies, CVS and Walgreens, have agreed to implement controlled substance compliance programs,
Right.
which will create new mandatory training and will require additional layers of opioid prescription reviews. So I guess they were just getting in, it sounds like they were just getting in the prescriptions from the doctors for the opiates and just filling them, which is what they do. And so now I guess it's up to the pharmacist to question whether or not they should be giving this many opiates to this particular person right now.
And I think the pharmacies do have safeguards too. I mean, if you go to pick up a narcotic prescription, you have to show ID, that you're the person picking this up and not just, somebody off the streets picking it up. So I think they do have some, but it's a good thing. So they're going to put more.
Yeah.
So did you say it's 2.7 billion? I thought you said 10.7 billion at
One-
first.
I'm sorry, it is 10.7.
Yeah.
Not two.
Okay.
It's higher.
Now, another thing is that I think they've got a lot of safeguards now, but this case could be 5 or 10 years old.
Oh,
we
sure,
we don't
sure
know
it is.
that.
Well, that's right.
Yeah.
And it's
Well, I
just come
think
to a
that's been
settlement
an
now.
ongoing.
Yeah.
That has been ongoing for a while. Yeah.
But you're right about the whole prescriptions, Ed, because, geez, you don't even talk to a doctor anymore. You go online to your patient portal, and then, because I've done this, and, I send the note, the message goes to the doctor, hey, I need this prescription refilled. And then I get a notice back, not from the doctor.
No.
I get it back from a nurse
From,
that works in the office.
Or no, the nurses don't work in the office.
No?
You're talking to the office manager.
Maybe
usually.
well,
who might happen to be a woman.
I thought it said RN after the name,
well,
but I'm not
you know,
sure. And they say...
It's a good thing if you are talking to the nurse, yes.
They just say your prescription has been sent to
yeah.
this pharmacy
Yeah.
and should be
Yeah.
ready in a couple of days.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
And so they don't talk to the pharmacy either. They just send another message,
Yeah.
another note off. Okay,
Yeah.
go take care of this kind of thing. So, and that's how it all works now.
That's progress.
That's progress. Thanks, Linda.
Just keep reminding you.
All right, time to take a break here on the Coffee Hour program. More coming your way. And your comments and questions are still welcome. 766-1240.
Times change, but the great traditions of the Christmas season return each year. This is Attorney Peter Hopkins extending my best wishes to you and your family. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and please remember to support the Milk Fund. My office is located at 191 Social Street in Woonsocket. If you need our services, please call 356-1043. We are a full-service law office where everyone is treated with dignity and respect.
Join the Honey Shop's holiday wrap-up event this Saturday the 17th from 10:30 to 5 or Sunday the 18th from 10:30 to 4. On Saturday, noon to 4, Wings and Things tasting. Scrumptious wings in our spicy pineapple glaze, apple, peachy, smoky, or chipotle sauce, or melt-in-your-mouth pulled pork with our Kansas City or ribeye sauce. Salsas and chips like garlic, peach, pineapple, and more. Complimentary hot mulled wine for 21s and over. Scavenger hunt with a winner drawing on the 22nd of December. At 1:30, Mr. Grinch will join us for photo ops. Free Santa gift bag with your purchase of $20 or more. On Sunday, the fun continues with a scavenger hunt, Santa gift bags, drawing entries, and if you love food and fun, you'll love the Honey Shop. Park Avenue near Park Square in Woonsocket.
Your entree into the restaurant business began in your home kitchen, and today your cafe's success continues with a well-crafted menu and a staff committed to add an extra touch, which is also why you chose Bank Rhode Island. Because with the straightforward delivery of services and our commitment to serve with integrity and trust, you have a bank that's just as committed to add that extra touch. It's banking, well-crafted, from Bank RI. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
This is Councilwoman Gonzalez wishing you a very Merry Christmas and thanking you for your continued support of the Milk Fund. I also want to take this opportunity to invite you to join me for our Vida Church Christmas Day celebration, Come and Behold Him. Sunday, December 25th at 10 a.m., 120 Prospect Street. We'll enjoy the sounds of Christmas, coffee and hot cocoa, and gifts for children under 12. Happy holidays, and don't forget to support the Milk Fund.
This is Officer Justin Morey and my partner Maverick from the Woonsocket Police Department. I'd like to take a moment to remind residents to lock your car at night, remove all valuables, including Christmas presents, do not leave keys or key fobs in the vehicle, and turn on an exterior light. These small steps will go a long way to protect your property from theft and vandalism. On behalf of the men, women, and canines of the Woonsocket Police Department, we'd like to wish you a safe and happy holiday season. Thank you.
It's Coffee and here on ON AM and FM. Thanks for joining us on this Tuesday morning. It's December 13th. Joe Callahan here along with Ed Carew and Linda Tebow. And so we should all be happy that we were not on flying out of Logan Airport on Delta Airlines on Sunday during the storm. There was at least one plane that spent 7 hours on the tarmac on Sunday. Many passengers reported spending hours waiting for their planes to proceed to the gate after landing at Logan Airport. De-icing issues, staff shortages were blamed for the delays, which came as snow fell at the airport on Sunday. Delta says it has reached out to impacted passengers with an apology and an undisclosed goodwill gesture. And I understand, from what I read, the undisclosed goodwill gesture was if you're a member of their mileage thing that they do, they gave you like another 2,000 miles or 20,000 miles. I forget what it was.
So 2,000 miles is nothing.
They said, and
it's like buy a Coke.
And maybe it is. Maybe it's the 20,000 miles, and that refers that gets you in money wise $100, and 7 hours on the tarmac. It's just.
Oh my God!
Isn't that awful?
That's terrible.
It is, and there were other things. You know, they needed to fly. I think it was to Chicago, where they were going, and you know, well, the weather changed in Chicago, and now we can't leave, and now we have to refuel because we've had the plane on to keep people warm. Well, now we got to refuel again because we're low, and so all right, that's going to take some time. Well, now we got to de-ice the plane again. It's like, this is crazy, and you know, it got to be nighttime, and I also read where Delta ran out of hotel vouchers for people to stay over, so they were like giving them, you know, more miles or more money, and they just went home instead. Can you come back tomorrow? We'll try to fly out tomorrow. So flying is always an adventure.
A challenge.
It is always something going on with flights, and yeah, it's challenging flying in the wintertime.
Yes,
you never know what kind of weather you're going to run into, and I've run into it before, and I took what was supposed to be a 3-day trip turned into a 5-day trip.
Like a 3-hour cruise,
something like that, and because of the just bad weather, and they said you know, all the flights on I was supposed to fly out on a Sunday. All the flights on Saturday were canceled because of the weather. So all those people, they got moved to Monday, and so there I am supposed to fly out on Sunday. Nope, because can I go tomorrow? No, people from Saturday are going on Monday. You get to go to Tuesday. Because that's just the way it is. But I wasn't stuck on the tarmac.
No.
And that's just going to drive you nuts. So, all right. Now, occasionally states have this contest going on. And I know Massachusetts has this contest going on. And it's called Name a Snowplow.
Name the snowplow?
Name a snowplow that the
did
states.
that last year, didn't they?
Yes.
Yeah.
And they go out to the kids to name the snowplow. And I'm like, well, yeah, it's cute. But I wasn't really paying attention to it. Now, Ohio does the same thing. Out to the kids, name the snowplow contest, and they got 5,500 names were submitted for consideration to go on 8 trucks in the state of Ohio this year. I bring it up because some of the winning names were just, you know, the kids are really thinking stuff I would never think of. So one of them, one of the plows was Control Salt Delete. That is really, really clever. Instead of Control Alt Delete, it's Control Salt Delete. I said that's just terrific.
That's a good one.
Another one.
How old are these kids? Do they say?
I think it's elementary school. The other one was You're Killing Me, Squalls. If you don't understand that, do you understand that reference, Ed, Linda? There's a movie called The Sandlot. All right. And it's about kids playing baseball.
Oh, I've seen that movie. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, one of the players' names is Smalls, not Squalls, but Smalls. And the catcher, I guess he keeps, you know, screwing up and making errors. The catcher, that's one of his famous lines. You're killing me, Smalls.
Oh, so Squalls.
So now you're killing me, Squalls. I said, that's all right. That one's clever too. Blizzard Wizard was another one, and the Big Lebowski. Another movie reference instead of the Big Lebowski, the Big Lebowski. I was like, well, these kids are really thinking.
Well, they watch a lot of TV or movies.
They watch a lot of movies, is guess. So that's good. So the other thing, another one I wanted to bring up. We talked about the concerts and high prices. Well, here's another one's coming. Get ready for the $1,000 tickets. Janet Jackson wants another comeback. And we'll see if she has the whole wardrobe malfunction thing happen again.
Yeah, remember that?
Yes, Janet Jackson's going to hit the road again next year. The singer announced her Together Again tour starts in April of 2023. All right, and she'll be joined by rapper Ludacris. He'll be the opening act.
She'll have a lot of dancers in back of her.
She will have.
Absolutely.
That is exactly that is her
She always
thing.
did.
Always did.
Yep. Yeah. So look for that and look for look for those high prices for that one as well. All right, so let's see what else. Something else was going on. On this sheet of paper that I got over here. Are you following at all? We don't watch it too much because it's on right now on television. Good Morning America.
No.
Have you heard about the so-called scandal with Good Morning America?
Oh, the two anchors
The two
that were having
anchors.
an affair?
Yes.
Really?
There's two anchors on the show. They are now dating, or whatever. They're both married to other people.
Oh.
And they were spotted somewhere, I forget where, holding hands. Obviously out in public doing this. And so they actually came on Good Morning America on one of the shows and admitted, yes, the two of us have a relationship that's going on. So, and I guess that was last week. And I thought that would be the end of it. Apparently it's not. The head of ABC News says a pair of Good Morning America anchors will remain off the air. They took them off the air now, pending an internal review. Do they have a morals clause in their contract? President Kim Goodwin sent a memo to network employees acknowledging the formal probe into Good Morning America 3. I don't know what that means. Good Morning America co-anchors T.J. Holmes and Amy Robach. While the memo didn't specify what the investigation was about, Holmes and Robach have been in the headlines after pictures surfaced that suggested the two were in a romantic relationship. The duo has been off the air since December 5th. That was last week. So what could the investigation be about when they've already admitted it on the air that we're having?
But is there a clause in their contract that says you
I
can't
don't know.
date?
Maybe it would have something to do with where did this relationship or parts of this relationship occur? Was it on the set, not the set, but on the premises of...
Like where those pictures were taken?
No.
No, did some of this activity occur at work?
Okay. Well,
or was it just, did you meet up somewhere and...
Well, it probably started at work. It probably started on the set.
Well, yeah, but what started on the set? It's like, hey, do you want to go out for a drink after? Or,
Yeah.
That's how it starts, I guess. But did it get to be more than that? Were they making out in the broom closet?
I don't know. That's the probing investigation. We'll find
that's
out.
That's what I'm driving at.
Okay. All right.
If it's just like, hey, by the way, you want to go out for a drink after? We'll get out of here, and then it blossom into something else. Well, that's somewhat different than if they were caught doing something on the premises of the company.
So does it reflect poorly on Good Morning America? I mean, that's why they have those moral clauses, right, in those contracts, because it's going to reflect bad on the show. Do people think ill of the show now because those two started dating? I don't think
Not
so.
that they're dating, but that they have spouses. Adultery, they call that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I still don't see why that should reflect on the program itself, because they have no whoever, would you say it's ABC? I mean, how would ABC, which I believe is owned by Disney, know that these two guys these two people are having an affair or whatever?
Well, they could have denied it, I guess, but they came on the show and actually said, "Yeah, we're linked together." And I don't know where that else went. If they went on and said, "Well, yeah, we'll be separating from our respective spouses so we can be together," I don't know.
Well, I think the fact that some people might think it's not a good thing, think badly of the show itself,
and think that the show should get rid of them then.
Well, you don't know.
Take a stand.
Yeah. And who knows? They might.
I can see them taking them off the air. If they kept them there, that might reflect badly on Good Morning America.
Right.
Okay.
I'm not sure that the fact that they have admitted to having relations that the company didn't know about, why should that reflect on them?
Well, right.
You didn't know about it.
Right. Now
but if it continues,
right.
Well, now you know about it.
Now
your own judgment, the company's judgment, is now in question.
Yeah.
All right. Well, more on this story, as they say, because the investigation, the plot thickens as that continues on, and they're off the air right now. All right. Another thing we want to bring up: things you shouldn't do. Here's a good PSA. All right. Okay. A Florida man will spend the next decade behind bars after he tried to mail himself 18 pounds of meth through the U.S. mail. Yes, the Department of Justice says Jason Hardy flew to California more than 2 years ago and tried shipping the package to his home in northwest Tampa.
How much?
18 pounds. Wow. It was immediately flagged by a delivery company and investigated by authorities. Wow. Hardy pleaded guilty earlier this year to conspiracy to distribute drugs. It wasn't all for himself, but 18 pounds is a pretty hefty box.
That's pretty.
Yeah.
I just wonder what flagged the delivery people. Say, because he could have said, I don't know, it's bowling balls in here or something like that. Well, why would they get suspicious?
Depending on how they shipped it.
Too tightly wrapped? I don't know.
Wrapped
too
if
good?
They tried to, if it was shipped by air, it would probably could have been a wolf dog that sniffed it out.
Okay. Mm-hmm. All right. So yeah, but don't use the U.S. mail. That's the public service announcement. Don't use the U.S. mail to send illegal drugs to yourself.
And when you send something, they always ask you, is this in there? Is this in there?
Oh, yeah, that's right.
You haven't sent a package lately.
It's like liquids,
batteries.
God, there's a whole list they
there's a whole list that they ask.
Well, of course you're going to say no if it's
say
illegal stuff anyway.
Just drugs.
That's perfectly fine.
No problem.
Nothing to worry about.
It's not dangerous.
All right, we gotta go. I gotta head to the pharmacy. I gotta get Ed's opiates.
Don't even say that.
I'm kidding. We just had a joke. We were just joking about that. I know. All right. Thanks for listening in, everyone. Ed Crew, thanks for coming in. Thanks for being a good sport.
Yeah. See if I show up next week.
Linda, thanks for coming in.
My pleasure.
Enjoy your time with the kids today at the Christmas party.
I will. I'll tell you all about it next week.
Yeah, that should be a great time. Excellent. All right, this is Joe Callahan. Have a great day, everyone. Stay tuned for Gary Smith and the crew coming up at 9:30 with Do You Remember? Milk Fund Auction at 4 this afternoon here on ON Radio.
Broadcasting live and local daily from the Navigant Credit Union broadcast studio at the corner of Park Avenue and Kennedy Street. This is WOON Woonsocket Radio. And now, the news. Rhode Island State Police responded to 54 accidents during Sunday's snowfall.